I barely believe in love now that Lorex is over, but like I got over it.
Wild Til 9! Are you ready?
Yep, let's go home.
Making content is an essential part of what we do to keep this show going, but it hasn't always been a seamless creative process.
Canva Pro is a design platform that empowers you to create and share stunning content in just a few clicks. You can be a design pro like Lauren or be new to the content creation world like me, but Canva Pro makes it easy and fun.
My absolute favorite feature is the content scheduler. You can schedule content to post to 8 different social media platforms. It really helps me remember to post my graphics for merch and new episodes. With life getting busier and busier, this feature is a lifesaver.
Design like a pro with Canva Pro. Right now, you can get a free 45-day extended trial when you use my promo code. Just go to canva.com/wild to get a free 45 extended day trial. That's a great deal.
That's a good deal.
That's a good deal.
That's a deal.
That's canva.me/wild, canva.me/wild.
Hi guys, welcome back to the podcast. Welcome back to the original host. I'm sorry that I'm not Remy this week. The episode was so good and I had so much FOMO because it was so cute and so fun. So hopefully it's okay that it's me back in this side of the podcast on this side of the microphone today.
Welcome back to Wild Til 9. I missed you guys. I was here last week, but
Right.
I still missed you.
Right.
You know, it almost felt like the comments and the response it felt like I was listening to a new podcast. It genuinely felt like that because it was like people were like, oh my God, this is so new and exciting. And even though it was like the same stuff for the most part, it was just like people were like, this is so different and expected, but not expected. But like my favorite part were the comments where people were like, I never really understood the dynamic between Remy and Jeremy's like friendship. And now I do. I was like, okay, that's cute.
It was super cute. Comments
Yeah.
were super cute. And I'm super excited to do an Asian Girl Squad episode next time that you go out of town too. It's gonna be fun. I'm excited.
I would like you to fill every week with somebody new and fun and exciting and just make sure that my name, check, address, you know where to find me. But bring in the most interesting people. I want you to run the views up.
I see.
Yeah.
So where do you come in as talent there?
Do you know how to set these cameras up?
No.
Here I am, talented.
I see.
That's a value add.
That is a value add for sure. That's a value add.
See, like, what would I do? Well, I told you, the thumbnail. I'm not going to make that, even though you were off last week. You still had to do that. Yeah. So, like, there's still jobs.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
Is that okay?
That you're just never going to be on the podcast again?
No, that we each have our own little individual jobs. Unless you don't want me to be on the pod. Are you kicking me off the podcast?
You kicked yourself off the podcast. You just said that you want me to just do all guests every time and get the views up and you just have to set up the cameras up.
To be fair, who would you replace me with if you had to?
If I had to?
Yeah.
I mean, probably Remy after seeing how good last week's episode was.
Ooh, I know why you wouldn't though.
What?
Because there's two ways that goes. One, it's as good and people are like, oh, I miss Jeremy and like their dynamic and everything. Or two, it wasn't as good as the chemistry Remy and I had. And then you'd just be self-conscious about it.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah. So like you can't replace me with Remy.
Also too, Remy has so many funny stories, but you only have enough funny stories for one podcast.
What do you mean?
Like she's got pretty basic. Like
Right.
she can't tell all her funny stories on both podcasts.
I mean, I think I'm always shocked at how much and how little crossover there are of everything.
That's true. Yeah. That's true.
And also, like when you tell a story and then you're like, oh, shit, I left like the best part. Like, as long as they're getting the warm-ups over there and the real-time, like.
Oh, so you want.
I want primetime here.
Oh, you want primetime here?
Yeah.
Got
They
it,
just
got
got
it,
to YouTube yesterday. We've been here.
We have been here.
Yeah.
They schooled us about 2.5 years earlier though on the audio
Yeah,
side.
they got a big old head start.
Yeah.
Big old head start. I'm excited to see their studio.
In person?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's
it looks
so
like a spaceship.
cute. It looks like a literal spaceship, like a girly, glowing neon spaceship.
It looks like what I moved into when I moved in here. A girly, glowy spaceship.
I would say theirs is like a little more sleek and modern.
And yours is a
I
little
was
more
just
boho.
like, I was a little more boho, girly.
Confused boho.
Confused boho. Definitely
Yeah.
confused boho.
Confused boho.
Confused boho. I actually just watched Alicia's video where she too was eradicating the boho from her house. And I
Right.
was like, oh bitch, we all been there. We all been there.
I didn't really have a boho bitch stage, to be honest. But maybe it's to come.
Maybe it's still to come.
I missed you.
I missed you too, Spoo.
You're cute. in a distance distance relationship that has a beginning and a middle and an end on it. I don't know what you'd be like in an open ending like distance relationship, but you were very cute for like 10 days.
That's so nice.
Like the way you communicated, I was like, oh, I miss her.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
Starting to less and less, but yes, initially yes. Yeah, it was cute.
I feel like we did a decent job at like communicating enough. Like I'm not someone who, when I go on a trip or something, needs to be talking or wants to be talking at all hours of the day. Like one, I'm on vacation, spending time with my family. So like, I don't want to be glued to my phone. And also two, like you got shit to do. You have a job, you have a job.
I would love to just sit there and refresh the phone, but I guess if you have other things to do, I get it.
Well, I'll never forget that when we first met, you used to text me back within seconds.
So for anyone who, works a 9 to 5, I have like a spaceship setup of going back to spaceships. I have like 3 or 4 at all times monitors. I mean, it looks like I work in like, I'm like just like constantly trading stocks.
Right.
And I have to have every monitor up. I just don't like minimizing things because the moment I minimize, I don't open it back up. I do a new tab, new tab. And then my computer's like, stop opening new browsers.
Right.
Anyway, so in one of my windows is my comms window, which is my Slack, which is my iMessage, which is my WhatsApp, which is my like business WhatsApp. I have all the things in like one little corner.
Okay.
And so I would literally just like, as notifications come back in, I would just smack them. I would just hit them. So Lauren would just be like, oh my God, that's great. Yeah, it is. What do you want to do tonight? And like 2 minutes later, she would respond. And I just like on my keyboard, not even typing it out.
Right.
So I was efficient.
Super efficient. And then you date for over 2 years and then you become not part of the priority comms window.
Are you talking about yourself?
Yeah.
Lauren, you are my priority communication.
I'm the only one that you communicate with.
Lauren, I want you to tell me right now the cutest thing that you ever found on my phone.
Oh my God, you guys. I can't believe we haven't talked about this. Oh my God.
Other girls are like talking about, you'll never guess what I found on my boyfriend's phone.
And
you'll
never guess what I found on my boyfriend's phone. So I opened Jeremy's phone for whatever reason. And I want to be very clear. We have like a very like...
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, I feel like that sounded sketchy when I was like, I opened his phone.
She opened my phone because she needed to use it or something. Like there was a reason.
No, like very like, oh, we might as well just not have passwords
Honestly,
on our phone.
We might as well just
share a phone.
Do you think it's okay for couples to think it's okay to be able to like, not like go through the other person's phone, but like the phone, if you need to make a call, if you need to look something up or whatever, and mine was closer to you, like the idea of like, oh, I can't open this phone because it's somebody else's, that just feels weird.
Because it's someone else. Yeah, I mean, I think
I'm saying like it would feel weird if you didn't think you could open my phone to use it.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I think just like out of like privacy, like I would look for my phone first. Because also like I don't know where your shit is. You know what I mean? Like everyone's apps are all organized differently and stuff. And like I don't like your work calls. Like
it's the work calls that stress me out.
But no, and like one time I clicked a LinkedIn notification by accident on Jeremy's phone, and it did something that it wasn't supposed to do.
No, it alerts that person then. So like this person was like, hey Jeremy, we'd love to get 10 minutes on your calendar to pitch you on this new idea. That'd be great. And I'm like, this is like a classic delete alert, like not block, but just like silence forever. Like I don't want this person, and I don't want this person to even like, I don't even want to go. I have no interest in them even knowing whether I got it or not. I just want them to go away.
Okay, but like
and
the
Lauren
missing piece here, hang on. The missing piece here is that Jeremy strategically chooses that when you click on someone's profile, it tells you that he viewed your profile. Whereas like my LinkedIn, I have it all anonymous and I pay so that I can lurk on someone without them knowing. And so like I was just shocked. Wait. I was just shocked that for someone who like uses LinkedIn to the extent that you do, that you would use it in that way. It just seems so counterintuitive and like I don't understand. And I understand that's your process, it's your strategy, but it was very foreign to me. And so anyways, then we went and viewed and notified Ted Baker that Jeremy Michael Lewis had viewed his profile.
True or false?
Here we go.
Do you have a burner Instagram account to creep on people when you don't want them to know that you're looking at their stories?
Yeah, a burner. Okay. A burner. Jeremy Michael Lewis LinkedIn is not a burner.
Totally. Exactly. And do you also not care sometimes when you do look at people's stories?
From my own account?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Similarly to that, when someone like hits me and I don't want them to know that I'm looking at their shit, I don't want them to know, so I don't click on it. But I do want them on LinkedIn in particular to see when I do look at their stuff, because I'm in sales and I'm probably selling fucking something. And I want them to know that I'm looking and I'm interested, I'm involved in whatever the fuck that they're doing. So there's a method to this weird madness.
I know what I'm saying. It's your it's your process.
But then you basically like left my like calling card on this like this. You know what I did?
On Ted.
I went to the door-to-door salesman's house and I left my number. That's what you did. That's what you did for me. And I actually can't remember if that person hit me back or not, but I was very distressed. I remember I was like, no!
I know, it was very stressful. So wait, that's the most horror story that I have from opening Jeremy's phone is like the very stressful moment when Jeremy almost broke up with me because I viewed Ted Baker's profile.
Ted Baker?
I'm just kidding. I'm just making up a random
The London designer?
name. Yeah, no.
The British designer
No.
out of London?
No.
That's if that's the worst, I think you're doing okay. But yeah. I will say the new company corporate security, a little more
Pretty good.
it's a little more uptight.
Pretty intense.
Yeah. It's a little bit uptight.
Yeah. So anyways, back to the story is that I opened Jeremy's phone for whatever reason, and I saw that I was the only pinned conversation at the top of the messages app, and a small loving tear formed in my eye.
No.
What?
You didn't cry for shit. You go,
Really? That's so nice.
you did say that. You definitely said that. Yeah.
Because those are so nice. And like also Jeremy really doesn't talk to anyone. Like most people I feel like text me to get to you. What?
I talk to like 250 people a day.
No, but like as your job, and that's why you don't want to talk to like other normal people.
Right, I'm out of talking.
Yeah, you're out of talking. So that's what I'm saying. Like your family and our social circle, they text me to get to you.
Right.
Yeah. And so like it makes sense that I'm your only pinned
My
conversation.
notifications are on. Her name's Lauren.
I don't know.
Think about it.
Sign up for that.
Think about it. Only the people that are really close to me are going to be able to like, oh, I'll go to Lauren so that I can get to Jeremy. So that way I've already put the buffer out there.
Am I the buffer?
In this instance, you are the buffer. Yeah. And I appreciate you. I've pinned you. I've put you as my literal one and only priority on my iMessage.
I texted you 2 moose pictures today and you didn't respond. You didn't even give them a thumbs up.
No, because I was saving them for tonight to give you a response in person.
No. That's some bullshit. That's a big fat pile of hot shit.
It was the egg. That one was cute.
The egg. I sent you a picture of Bubby's looking like a big old egg.
Yeah.
And I got no response. So even being the only pinned conversation.
Anyway, so when Lauren's not making it so that I'm the least anonymous person in the world on LinkedIn, she's my only pinned iMessage.
And that is so nice.
That is the end of that story.
That's the end of that story.
We'll say goo now. How do we even get on that?
I genuinely have no idea. How did we get there? I don't know. I have no idea. This is also just like we have no itinerary for this episode.
Oh, I do. What the fuck?
Oh, great. All right. What's next then, Shboop?
Oh, I want to get through we need to get through banter first before we hop in. Because
Okay.
I got some fucking
Housekeeping?
Yeah, I've got housekeeping with you and for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay. Go for it. What's next? Tell me what's next.
Well, I want you to tell me what your favorite part about the Remy podcast was.
My favorite part was when she revealed what she got me for my birthday.
Oh. Yeah.
And so I got myself into a little situation because I was texting Remy as I was listening to the podcast, like the draft before, like 3 days before it went up. And I was like reacting to some of the funny things that were happening. And she didn't realize that, like, she didn't remember that she had like told the podcast what she got me for my birthday. And I thought that she just put 2 and 2 together. And so I started panicking, being like, oh my God, she knows I'm listening to the podcast. She said what she's getting me for my birthday in the podcast. And
meanwhile, we don't remember what started that last conversation, but we've assumed that people will remember every single topic that I talked about 5 days later.
Long conversation. Yeah. Like obviously no shit, she didn't remember that she had said that. And so I started spiraling though. And I'm not spiraling. That's really dramatic, but I was, in my dramatic way, I was like, oh my God, like I should just tell her that I found out so I don't have to lie when she gives me the present. And so it's not like I want to be honest, and then I don't want to have to be like, oh, like I actually heard this on the podcast, but thank you so much. And so
you ruined the surprise.
I ruined the surprise. Yeah. But I will say is that she said that you ruined the surprise because you told her that I wouldn't see it until the podcast came out.
I didn't literally, and of course I sent you the entire podcast. I was like, I think this entire thing is good. I don't think there's anything and of course that was the case. But what if you had watched it and been like, oh, I wish you hadn't said that.
Right.
Unfortunately, that didn't happen.
Right.
So
So anyways, Remy's getting me a Squishmallow and I'm so excited. I think I know which one it is, but she said that she's like, I had this like thought in the back of my head that maybe you would listen to it. So I didn't tell you and I didn't mention it on the podcast, which Squishmallow I got you.
That's the generic Smishmallow.
Right. That's
it's
the
off-brand.
knockoff. Yeah, that's the knockoff.
Yeah, I get it.
Making content is an essential part of what we do to keep this show going, but it hasn't always been a seamless creative process. Keeping up with our Wild Till 9 Instagram can be a little taxing on top of everything else going on. Making extra content to keep it running can be stressful at times, but Canva Pro has helped make it so much easier, and I can do it from anywhere on any device.
Canva Pro is a design platform that empowers you to create and share stunning content in just a few clicks. You can be a design pro like Lauren or be new to the content creation world like me, but Canva Pro makes it easy and fun. Choose from thousands of professionally made templates that are easy to customize with simple drag and drop features or start from scratch.
My absolute favorite feature is the content scheduler. You can schedule content to post to 8 different social media platforms. It really helps me remember to post my graphics for merch and new episodes. With life getting busier and busier, this feature is a lifesaver.
Design like a pro with Canva Pro. Right now, you can get a free 45-day extended trial when you use my promo code. Just go to canva.com/wild to get a free 45 extended day trial. That's a great deal.
That's a good deal.
That's a good deal.
That's a deal.
That's canva.me/wild, canva.me/wild.
Is something standing in the way of you living your best life? When I'm not at my best, it feels impossible to accomplish literally anything. When life gets too busy, but I want to take care of my mental health, BetterHelp is there. BetterHelp is a safe and private online environment that will assess your needs and match you with your own licensed professional therapist and help you start living a better life.
BetterHelp is not a crisis line. It's not self-help. It's professional counseling done securely online. You can schedule weekly video or phone sessions. And if you don't have time for that, because we know how busy life can get, then you can message your counselor at any time. Plus, BetterHelp is committed to making great therapeutic matches, so they make it easy and free to change counselors if needed.
The flexibility around being able to change counselors is truly so incredible. I've changed a few times until I found the right person, and it makes a huge difference. And I know getting help is often out of the budget for a lot of people, but BetterHelp is more affordable than traditional therapy, and they even offer financial aid. So many people have been using BetterHelp that they are recruiting additional counselors in all 50 states.
We want you, Tillies, to start living your best life. And as a listener, you'll get 10% off your first month by visiting our sponsor at betterhelp.com/WT9. Join over 1 million people who have taken charge of their mental health. Again, that's BetterHelp, HELP.com/WT9.
No, but there were so many cute parts. That was like just, that one had more of like a story to it because then I segued into my own little spiral.
Yeah, it's true.
But I mean, I think the Disney music video was the real
hit.
star of the episode. Yeah.
One of the many hits. She's a content machine.
She really is. Also, I think that the Tillies have really taken over the comment section of 1, Disney Love Medley, and 2, the Disney, wow, what a theme.
Yeah.
What a theme.
Yes.
We are really pumping money into Disney
And
pockets.
weird. Do you remember any Disney sponsorships?
No.
You know what's fun about Disney?
I will say Disney has paid me a pretty penny in the past for brand deals. So
I'm trying to remember a time I've ever made any money on Disney. Well, okay. I've sold contracts to Disney.
I went to Tokyo on Disney's budget.
Yeah, so like once again, you win. So I hope you feel good about the thing that I would love to be involved with in any capacity.
Shboop, I tried to take you to Tokyo.
You did.
I really did. And then a worldwide pandemic came and said, not for you.
I'm obviously not supposed to go to Tokyo.
Is that what you think?
No, we know Mia. She was going to take us. She's going to be our tour guide.
I know. I'm really stressed though. So I am working through my like green card
Yes, my love.
visa situation. Because I'm currently on, we've talked about this, like an entertainer visa and.
No, not the entertainer.
Oh, here we go. We've already had this conversation.
No.
Go ahead.
Was it a person of extraordinary ego?
No, that's you.
Okay. What is that? Person of extraordinary ability?
Something like that.
Something like that?
Yeah.
It's like something like that, but I think it's like perfect. And then like,
literally you're making me uncomfortable just even talking about
it's
it.
the MILF visa. It's the MILF
soon to be
visa. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Did your mom say anything about that caption that I wrote?
No, she didn't.
Gail Riamaki was the only reason I almost didn't hit send on that caption
Because
on
you
Instagram.
didn't want her to know that you think that I'll be a MILF?
Yeah, more or less, yeah. That's
Okay.
exactly why.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
It's weird when like
Yeah.
there's only so many people in the world that I actually don't want you to see that joke. 'Cause it's a joke. Well, it's not serious.
Right.
It's a joke.
But it's not a joke.
I mean, if all things work out, ideally you would
It's not a joke.
have milfy attributes.
MILF-like tendencies.
Yeah, milf-like tendencies.
Yeah, milf-like tendencies.
Yeah. So, it is what it is.
There was something I wanted to say. Okay, wait, go back. So we had MILF, we had Remy, we had Disney.
Uh-huh.
The green card. So when you file an adjustment of status to go from the visa to the green card, I get stuck in the States for 3 to 6 months.
Oh.
And so I'm trying to strategically plan when I would like my stuck period to be.
Stuck porn. Got it.
Yeah, well, I feel like that was one of our early conversations on the podcast. Also, oh my God, happy 1 year anniversary to Wild Til 9.
Wild Til 9 turns 1.
Wild Til 9 turned 1.
That's fantastic.
This is like turned 1 plus 1 or 2 episodes.
Lauren, on the count of 3, I want to tell everyone at home, and we didn't plan this, how much money you and I have made in the last year. How much richer we are. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
$0.
None.
Okay, no, but give that context though. Give that context.
We literally, what's so great about, kidding. Plenty of money coming in. We're running a cash positive business.
Profitable.
And the best part about it is we've started cutting the checks to some startups that of people that we know that are working in and around the audio entertainment space. We're starting to work with bigger companies, bigger companies. It is fucking cool. This is becoming a really fun project now that it's cash flow positive.
So what I was actually referring to is that we
my boring ass response.
I was like, so that's nerdy as fuck and all really, really nice and true.
Okay, there are 7% of my business majors out there. Hi, ladies. Yeah, we're here.
Right. So I also do think that the business majors though would be excited to know that we are cash positive and we have revenue flowing. The balance sheet is looking pretty nice.
Yeah, you want to hop into the EBITDA?
No, I don't want to hop into the EBITDA.
Hop into the EBITDA.
So we're saying 0 because we have not withdrawn any money.
We haven't profited, but the business itself, profit and loss.
So Lauren and Jeremy have not personally profited.
But Right Swipe Entertainment is doing quite well.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So the money is sitting in the account. We just haven't made any withdrawals.
We haven't realized
Withdrawals.
income.
We haven't realized
Withdrawals.
We haven't realized any income. Because people are going to be like, how have you done 19 ads an episode and YouTube ads?
Natalia in India was like, I don't think so. I listened to 47 ads and you guys didn't do a fun transition beforehand and you didn't. And
I know that you have made more than $0.
We did make more than $0.
We did make more than $0. Also, merch question. 1, I'm designing a really, really cute varsity sweater that I'm excited about. Let me know what color you're vibing with.
Are you asking me?
No. I'm asking the Tillies.
Cool.
Yeah. Asking the Tillies. Let me know what color you're vibing with. I definitely want to go with neutrals for sure. Cause I think that's the vibe. I'm kind of thinking maybe, since we always have burgundy, I'm thinking gray, white, and burgundy.
Maroon.
Maybe. Yeah. A little maroon action.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Burgundy.
I got it right?
Yeah.
Maroon.
That's the color on the Wild Til 9 hoodie. The first one.
Oh, great. Maroon. Burgundy.
Yeah.
Like a Merlot? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm also going to design some trucker hats because I think that we can do them print on demand so we don't have to commit to a large amount, because I know that I did a poll on Instagram and it said 50-50 people are into trucker hats. I'm on the 50% that is obsessed with them right now. So I want to design myself a trucker hat basically.
We could do this. You could just do it yourself and you don't have to. Wow, you could do it yourself. That's adorable.
That's so nice.
You don't have to force it. You don't have to force a photo shoot on me so that you can do a trucker hat.
Oh, no. Don't worry. You won't be part of the photo shoot. It's okay.
Ooh, can you do that photo shoot that picture I sent you of Kendall Jenner? And I was like, you would look hot wearing this exact thing. She was wearing a trucker hat.
She was wearing a trucker hat. I love a trucker hat
and
right
a bikini.
Now. Yeah, she was.
Yeah.
She was.
Your butt cheeks would look so nice.
They would look pretty nice. For our audio listeners, we have Jeremy's hands grasping at buddy cheeks in the air.
Good luck, caption person. So is that a yes? The people would love. Raise your comment below. No, but seriously, think about how much better the sales would be.
Oh, if you buddy cheek photo.
If you
I thought, I was lost.
If you were wearing a trucker hat, the Wild Til 9 trucker hat,
yes.
and you had a all but a shoestring on for a bathing suit, that thing would fucking sell.
Yeah, sex sells, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, a third merch question is the blanket's been ready. Like the blanket's ready to go. So just like let us know when
And if we
you're
could start with
ready.
the inventory downstairs, that would be fantastic. We have 9 of them.
We don't have 9 of them. We have 3.
Lauren, I would bet.
We have 3 and the first 2 are like versions 1 and 2 that were not good
I
enough.
would bet like Moose's missing testicles that we have at least 4.
Okay, we do have 4. I just remembered that our newest shipment of approved blankets came with 2.
Okay.
So we've got 2 new ones.
Well, Remy and I are going to launch some merch as well.
We've got an old one.
Can you imagine if Remy and I launched merch?
That'd be actually pretty cute.
It'd be adorable.
Yeah, it'd be pretty cute. So anyways, back on the merch subject, trucker hat coming, print on demand, order on demand or whatever.
Are you sure? Are we like that far like down the line with logistics?
I am, yeah.
All right. Trucker hat is coming.
Trucker hat
soon.
is coming. Varsity, let me know if we're vibing with some gray, white, and burgundy. And then blanket, let me know when you want it because she is ready.
Shout out Chris Vaccarino and Felicia over at Fanjoy.
Yes.
Our favorites.
Our faves.
Seriously.
Our absolute
Our
faves.
fucking favorites.
Yes.
They're fantastic.
Genuinely.
Yeah. Is that,
That's all.
that's all?
That's all.
Got it. Am I up now?
You're up.
Okay, got it.
I actually, so I feel like and this is going to be so wildly gender stereotypical, and I want to make that very clear that I'm aware. But I feel like
so your disclaimer. I'm about to be genderist.
genderist, yes.
Is that a thing?
I don't know.
I don't think it's a thing.
I don't think it's a thing, but maybe it is. But there's probably a better word for it.
Well, I'm sure it's firefighter. All of you.
Oh my God. Listening to that back and reading the comments, I was screaming at us.
Fine, I'm screaming at myself. You know what? Sometimes we're little sleepers. We get a little comfortable. We're not thinking clearly.
Yeah.
So, if you want us to be rigid, but firefighter was right in front of us.
It was so bad.
Fucking
It was
stupids.
so bad.
Yes, we know it's firefighter. We're idiots. And if you don't know what we're talking about, please consider yourself lucky. We're
Genuinely,
stupid.
we're
We got to
stupid.
case the dum-dums.
So embarrassing.
I'm sorry. So you're being generous. Go ahead.
So I'm being generous.
Yeah.
So I feel like when you're in a heterosexual relationship and
Okay.
the girl leaves for vacation or whatever, or goes on like a little trip
Oh, I know where this is going.
and comes home, it's just like you're preparing yourself to come home to a war zone of just like fast food, dishes. No, there's not dishes. No, because there were no dishes because he ordered fast food the entire time, and laundry and socks everywhere, and like the trash just like strewn about the kitchen. Like I feel like a lot of women just prepared themselves to come home to a war zone.
But they prepare to come like home to like their terrible two, who they have to play mom to because they act
Right.
like a child.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. They're man-child of a boyfriend.
I don't know why I'm
husband.
embarrassed while you're talking about what you're about to talk about because I know where this is going.
I know, because you know where this is
Yeah,
going.
but I still now I feel like I'm like the odd man out.
Right. I see.
I
Well,
am.
You should
Go
be.
on.
You should be excited about that.
Okay, go ahead.
And again, this is so goddamn stereotypical, and I'm so
You're
aware.
about to lose some like sympathy and empathy from people when you finish this story.
Well, I know. I think people are going to be really excited about it.
No, I know. Like you're
Sympathy for what?
like if you ever go finish, I'll time in when you've done.
Okay. So yeah, I feel like girls go on trips and they come home and expect a war zone. And Jeremy made it very clear while I was gone that he was doing some mass organization, some mega purging, and some mega tidying. And I feel like the one thing that Jeremy and I both do not thrive at is that when one of us starts getting messy, the other person lets things go, and then the other person lets things go, and then the other person lets things go a little bit farther.
Yeah, there's nothing more contagious in this house than clutter.
just like clutter.
Yeah, when one person becomes, and I don't, I'd like to think, at least from my side, it comes from like, I'm not being vindictive. Like, well, if you're going to be messy, I'm going to be messy. It's like, oh, well, also is here. Like when I'm in a hurry and I see it's already a mess.
Yes.
I could, touch things once. Gail's like words like truly ring.
Oh my God, same. It's
in
through my
ears.
head every day.
When something hasn't been touched once and it needs to be touched again, and it's not my fault, and you've just cluttered an area, I guess I don't feel bad about not keeping it clean. So I'm just like, oh, I'll throw it over here.
Right, because it's already not clean.
And we have too many things: clothes, food,
Shoes.
whatever it is.
Yeah.
We have too many for us both to be unorganized.
Yes.
For 10 days straight.
Yes.
You can finish that thought now. I'm sorry.
Okay.
So a bit of a ramble. So, I told you while you were gone.
Right. That you were doing some mass organization. He also pulled 2 all-nighters, which is still like, now I'm like, okay, you obviously are not a functioning human while I'm gone. In some ways, you were a highly functioning human, like exceeding expectations.
Yeah, as far as like output goes,
Yeah.
things accomplished.
Right. But as far as basic human necessities being met, not so great.
Anyway, go on.
Not so great.
So You came back.
So I'm going to go like funny thing, really good thing. Funny thing, really good thing.
Okay.
And by funny, I mean that sometimes it may be poking a little bit of fun at you. So I just want to give
first here on Wild Till 9.
right. If you want to dish it, you got to.
Go ahead, Lauren.
So I was aware that there was like a mass purge going on in the household. And I'm someone who wants to keep everything because I might need it. I might need it sometime. And I have a really hard time parting with things. Like I use a very specific Tupperware for every time that I make muffins. And I need that Tupperware. It's my favorite one. And it's the only one that fits 12.
Your Tupperware.
Yeah. Tub.
Yeah.
Tub.
Tupperware.
And so I get a little nervous when Jeremy starts like or just purging without me there. But I think in that moment I was like, this is going to be good for me. This is healthy. This is
Lauren's a pack rat.
I'm a pack rat.
Lauren's a pack rat. I'm gonna say what it is. I'm gonna say what it is. And I don't know where that came from because I don't feel like your parents are pack rats.
Oh my God, my mom is the biggest. It's my dad. My
Is
dad
that what it is?
Yeah. Like I don't want to use the word hoarder because like he's not obviously an actual hoarder. Like you've ever seen the show TLC,
Right.
like hoarders.
Right.
It's not like that. Like we don't have a single room that's like packed to the brim or whatever.
But
He just like likes to keep things. Like he's got
Right.
like old hockey magazines and race car magazines that he really likes, and he's got like favorite hats. So and so I think that not that like he fostered that in me, but like my mom is crazy minimalist and doesn't want anything, and my dad and I like things.
yeah, Lauren, to your credit, it does come from a good place. But like we live in a rather large home, square footage wise, for two people. And we're out of space.
We're out of space.
And that's
Okay, but we
asinine.
also run 3 businesses out of this household.
totally. And I guess the only thing I would say is that while you were gone and I was popping open a few things that feel really full and like there's no more space in them. And I was like, we don't need, nor can we ever use any of this shit again. Ever. Throw it away. And so I did.
Like what? Actually, don't even tell me. Don't even tell me what you threw out because I don't want to know because I probably won't even notice. Because I probably won't even notice.
I assure you, you will not notice.
Yeah, I know. That's what I mean. So don't even tell me what you threw out. I did have a mini little heart attack when I thought that Jeremy threw out my my round parchment paper bases for the air fryer, because I was like, oh man, like he doesn't know what that is. Like they for sure didn't make the cut. They got purged, but they were there.
No faith.
They were there.
No faith. I know that if that's going to get done, I'm going to do it.
The purge?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, also, and going and finding like your little Ziploc like container things that have been washed 1,464 times. They're like shedding plastic into our food.
Reduce, reuse, and recycle.
Totally. And I'm going to get some glass for us to wash a little safer.
Glass is just so scary because I smash so many things in the kitchen.
I know. I know.
But yeah, the kitchen was in the best shape that it has ever been in terms of the organization and the new fun Tupperwares and pan stacking devices and just overall organization of most of the drawers.
Next time you go to town, I'm throwing a rager and I'm just going to destroy everything. I'll balance it out.
Like this was again, genderist. This was every girl's dream to come home to.
Yeah.
Every girl's dream. And like, okay, you know what? I would have preferred to like maybe have half of the kitchen organized and the other half you could have used to like actually log some hours of sleep for like the essential health of your body. Like I for sure would have traded those off because as much as I love the kitchen, I also love when you take care of your body. But I am very excited about our newly organized kitchen.
You're welcome.
You went what's the Netflix organization purge lady again? What's her name? Oh my god.
Anna.
Anna? That doesn't sound right. It's like does it spark joy? Oh god, I had it. It was fleeting though. It was fleeting.
I'm not sure, but all the things that were in that kitchen.
Marie Kondo, right?
Yeah, there was a tough moment in there.
Marie Kondo.
Yeah, I'm Maria Kondo.
You're Marie. I think it's Marie, right?
I'm Maria Kondo.
Is it? I'm Jeremy Kondo.
I am boyfriend.
Is it Marie Kondo?
I think it's Marie Kondo. Yeah, because I've seen her line in like Kohl's and Target now, I think.
Okay, yeah, Marie Kondo.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm Marie Kondo. I'm Mark Kondo. Nice to meet you.
Jeremy Kondo.
Mark Kondo, realtor. Does that not sound like a realtor's name?
It does sound like a realtor's name.
So anyway, that's what I did while Lauren was gone. But next time I'm going to just dive face first into a plate of just fucking juvenile delinquency. Mm-hmm. I guess I really can't be a juvenile delinquent anymore because I'm not a juvenile.
Yeah, I was going to say.
I guess it's just delinquency.
Yeah. So
Yeah. That doesn't
like,
sound that I have the same ring to it.
No.
Well, anyway, I don't see the next time you're in town for the next like 6 months anyway. So
right.
I don't know. We'll just messy it all up again.
And like the funny / cute things that did happen in the last 10 days on the flip side of the mass Marie condoing of the kitchen is that we have like a security gate around the house and all of our phones in the household get a notification when
Jesus.
the doorbell rings. And around mealtime every single day for every single meal, I get the doorbell notification. And like the latency of like being in the middle of nowhere in Canada, like is obviously
Did you say latency?
Yeah.
Nerd.
Wasn't that right
That was
though?
adorable. Yeah, it is. Yeah.
So like I couldn't actually like load to see each and every
Your
Postmate
ping was
DoorDash
too slow.
to see like what they were dropping off and what Jeremy was eating for his newest meal. But I could always tell when there was a meal arriving at our household based on kind of, you know, the time that when I got the good morning text and kind of when you were eating your next meal.
Right. I will say that and I won't mention any names because none of them is sponsored this podcast, but I did not cook a meal or go to the grocery store in 10 days, but I ate every meal. So I'll let you do that. I'll let you do that math.
I would love to know how much that ended up costing over the last 10 days.
Yeah. You know what? My time was important.
Yeah.
And I got a lot done.
Yeah.
And my body is like, eat a fucking salad.
Yeah,
sometime.
eat a grape or something.
Eat a grape.
So I woke up really early. Jeremy came and picked me up from the airport, kind of like late on Sunday, and so Monday morning I woke up like pretty early.
And I had In-N-Out waiting for her. She didn't eat a bite of it, but it's okay.
Honestly, so nice, and I love you so much. It was literally the sweetest gesture when I got off a plane because I like feel like I'm already dehydrated from it being a travel day. All I want is like water and fruit and like light and like sodium is like the last thing I want when I get off a plane.
I get it.
Like an acai bowl sounds like a fucking dream getting off
They
an
didn't
airplane.
have one by LAX for the drive-through, but next time.
it was so nice.
It's fine. It was stupid.
Moose got a fry though, and he really enjoyed it. So
Moose did like a fry.
that made it all worth it. So anyway, I woke up really early on Monday because I was kind of like on East Coast time, and I was like, I'll just go grab groceries while Jeremy is still asleep because like we really have nothing. And I was like, perfect. Like I'm starving. Like, I'm so hungry. So I was on a weird eating schedule all day because you go back 3 hours flying back to the West Coast. And so I woke up and I was starving. And like when I'm hungry, like there's just no world where anything is being accomplished in a timely or happy fashion until I eat food.
Can confirm.
I'm a hangry bitch.
You're not
a hangry bitch.
as nice as you are when you're not hungry.
Like the world is in shambles. It's not good.
It's ending soon.
Yes, ending soon.
For everyone.
Yes.
Yeah.
So anyway, so I was like, before I go to the grocery store, like I'm gonna have to eat something. And also going to the grocery store when you're hungry is just like a very dangerous situation to put yourself in. It's not something you want to do.
Amateur move.
So I went downstairs and I was like, okay, like because go have breakfast. And so we had expired eggs, a lot of them. So not an option. Jeremy ate my last Greek yogurt at some point. So we didn't have that, which is like a go-to for breakfast for me. We didn't have any milk. We did have a little bit of dry cereal, but I had no milk.
And have been opened Lauren's way for 3 months now.
Yes.
So it's as if like maximum like surface area for air is exposed.
Has entered the cereal box. Yeah. And so I was like, oh, no worries. Like when a loaf of bread is like about to go bad, I just like stick it in the freezer. Cause if you just like put it in the toaster, it just like comes back to life. And I was like, we always have frozen bread. Gone. Frozen bread completely gone. Like I probably could have the closest thing to a meal would have been a couple frozen peas and maybe a cracker from the cupboard.
And I would be scared that we use those frozen peas for like an injury at some point.
Like when I got hit in the face with a tennis ball, like that's probably the last time the frozen peas
made it out of the freezer.
Yeah, made it out of the freezer.
Yeah.
So I, at 6:30 in the morning, was eating this Greek yogurt-ish based mint chocolate chip popsicle snack. Because I was like, oh my God. I was like, okay, well, it has 10 grams of protein because it's Greek yogurt. But it was 6:30 and like, I am eating a literal mint chocolate chip dessert right now as protein because there is not a morsel of food in this house.
I'm just saying there's an app for that and would have fixed it very quickly.
Not that quickly.
Yeah, pretty good.
in like 45 minutes.
I started timing them to get here at 6 a.m. I'm not kidding.
Oh my God.
I set it for 6 a.m. And like this one time it must have had a glitch and like showed up like 3:30 in the morning. I'm like, I didn't even know you guys were open now.
What?
Yeah, it
was
terrible.
it McDonald's?
Might have been.
Yes. I feel like
Yeah.
that's the one place that's like, they'll show up in 20 minutes at any time of the day.
Anytime.
Yeah.
Anytime. So yeah, missed you.
Missed, yeah.
I'm glad you had fun in Canada.
Canada.
Eh?
I brought home so many Canadian snacks. I want to do a video. I don't want to do a video. I am doing a video this coming week with Asian Girl Squad.
Well, this is not a promo reel. Okay.
Where I'm going to have my friends on youtube.com/DIY try all my favorite Canadian snacks.
Mm-hmm.
I ate.
By the way,
What?
I have not been offered a single snack.
Yeah. So on Thursday, you can eat a snack.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. they have birthday cake Timbit from Tim Hortons cereal. And it
That seems
just,
like a lot of sugar.
oh my
Yeah.
God. You're saying that as if we don't eat like Lucky Charms and Cinnamon Toast Crunch and like all the delicious sugary cereals though. Like just add one more box to the pantry that I can make stale.
Right. Yeah. With
So
chip
anyway,
clips sitting on the side.
On the side.
Like
or like
chip-
kind of.
No. Yeah, like it's like touching
Yeah.
the plastic down, or just clipped onto the basket that it's sitting into.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Mhm.
These are the conversations that you have when you've been together for 2.5 years and two, didn't socialize for 1.5 years and only lived with each other.
Yeah. So look forward to that single, Kings and Queens. I am distraught.
Oh, over what?
Lauren, I'm so glad you asked. I'm distraught over something that we have witnessed this week.
Okay. Was it you watching the finale to our favorite show that we watched together?
And real quick, what show?
Dave.
Lauren, you were in Canada. You left for 2 weeks.
10 days.
Might as well have been 2 weeks.
10 days.
Yeah, after 9 days, I forget you even existed. I just woke up and I was like, look at this like house that I live in by myself. Wonderful dog. Let's just keep. Anyway, point is, I'm distraught over Dave.
Wait. We'll come back to Dave.
Okay.
Also, I can't believe that all came together like that. Actually, let's talk about Dave and then I have something I want to say afterwards. Go ahead.
I'm distraught about Dave.
I too am distraught about Dave.
Why are you distraught about Dave? Well, okay, so real quick, Dave on FX. We watched it on Hulu. But anyway, the point is, for people that aren't watching the show that Dave, Lil Dicky, is on, I don't know if you're going to get this, but you will get this. I'm so embarrassingly attached to the relationship that they created in that show.
Yes.
I've cried more watching that relationship fall apart than I have really the last 9 months.
The only time I've seen Jeremy cry at any kind of media is one, Men in Black 3. And
The finale. I mean, if you don't cry at the end, you don't have feelings.
is Men in Black 3 and the relationship in Dave. In season 2.
Dave and Allie.
Yeah, Dave and
Falling
Allie.
apart.
Yeah.
It's that song.
It's that song.
Oh
It's that
my
fucking
God.
song.
But literally, I'm not kidding. Last night at about 1:32 in the morning, I woke up and I was like, man, it really sucks. I just don't feel like they're ever going to get back together healthy. And if they did get back together, it wouldn't be healthy because she has a different relationship
And now she's happy and he seems like a pretty good guy.
And then I realized myself, I am doing that thing that we hate when people do to us and to
Right.
which they have done to us in the past. And I'm like, I am completely making somebody else's relationship. I'm consumed by it. And it's not even a real relationship.
Okay, but I just want to put a pin in this real quick to say that like that's a fictional relationship and ours is a real relationship.
I have a clap back, but yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh,
It was real to you.
What, with Dave and Allie?
Yeah.
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 No, I think my clap back was that there's some storylines in the real world that sometimes get words. They get dramatized.
I see.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't even know if that's a word, but
I think so.
dramatized?
Yeah.
Okay.
I wouldn't want to spell it in a spelling bee, but like I think it's
I don't want to spell much in a spelling bee anymore.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah. And the point is, I'm in love with their love.
Yeah.
It fell apart. I'm not over it yet.
Jeremy
Personally.
genuinely woke up. And so I wake up every morning and I remember all my dreams. And it's like a really weird thing that happens every day. And I roll over and I'm like, babe, you will not believe what I dreamed about. And Jeremy doesn't remember his dreams ever. And he woke up this morning being like, all I dreamt about last night was Dave and Allie.
You know what it is? It's the to me, and this is a thing that like, I'm not like, oh God, what's the word? Synesthesia? When you can see colors through music. I don't have that.
Oh, I don't know what that
But when I have a memory attached to a
song.
when I find out or I discover a memory or a thing that like when when I realize or like witness something, and I also am learning or feeling that song at the same time, I will remember that forever.
Oh,
It's-
yeah.
It's the music. Do you get goosebumps from music?
Yeah.
Yeah. Some people don't. That's crazy.
I have
to
like
me.
2 very specific anxiety related songs that like are good memories, but also like bad. Like, so like, this is so random.
Where's the Love by Black Eyed Peas
No.
and Wonderwall.
I do love Wonderwall. That is one of my all-time favorite songs, but
And real quick, Where's the Love by Black Eyed Peas?
not quite in the top 10.
Boom, 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 boom. No?
Not quite.
Not really?
Not in the top 10, no.
Okay, weird,
No.
but okay.
No.
Okay.
But so like there's like a few songs that I would always use as like my go-to stop being anxious song. And it's just one is like 15 years old and one is like a year old, and they still both like carry the same weight of like,
The brevity.
sure.
They carry. No?
Yeah.
If you want to use a different word.
No. Yeah. They're just like, they're the 2 like strongest emotion carrying anxiety related words. Songs.
Well said.
Thank you.
Okay. But you get that, right?
Yeah.
And the problem is I've got the song that they put in, it's in my head.
It's literally just like a
ingrained
few
in me.
notes, like a few chords. It's not even the whole song.
Well, what they do a genius job about it, they also shifted towards like the rhythm too. So it's
Yeah.
like it's just 2 diminished chords. And it's like, oh my God. Anyway, long story short, I'm doing that thing that I hate that people do in real life. And I'm realizing just how attached I am to a thing that I should not be attached to.
Okay.
But fuck it, I'm attached to it. I'm sorry. I'm in love with their love. I don't care if it's real. I think it's great.
That's okay.
That's all.
That's
That's all I
okay.
have. That's all I have.
Okay.
Cool. That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
I think that is totally okay.
But now that I'm here, my point is, and what I want to get to is, do you have any real world couples that you feel like you have an attachment to?
Oh, absolutely. Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds.
That is my number 1.
Yeah, 100%.
I think if we were to have the best luck in the world and everything were to go right for us,
Yeah.
between now and forever, we could get 1/10 of the way there.
I would be satisfied with 1/20th.
I'd be elated.
Yeah.
Elated.
Absolutely elated.
I just feel like, and I'm sure they have their days, but like I am so unhealthily like attached to what I think the relationship must be like. If it turned out,
I just think that they have to be laughing
they have to.
every single moment of the day.
What if they're not? How sad would you be?
But I don't want to know. I don't want to know. I don't want to break like the.
Of course.
Yeah. Like
So can you imagine if that fell apart? I would be like, what? I've believed the lie. I don't accept
But we're
this.
literally doing that thing though that like when my last public relationship
I
ended,
know!
they were like, ugh, I don't believe in love anymore. How could I ever believe in love when this isn't a real thing anymore?
I barely believe in love now that Lorax is over, but like I got over it. It was tough.
You know, it was hard. It was tough times, but we prevailed.
We literally did prevail.
We literally did prevail.
Yeah.
Here we are.
When do you have an Alex on the pod?
Yeah, that is just absolutely not an option.
So the question is, what do you think we'd have to do, press, shock value wise, to get one or both of, what's their ship name? Ryan and Blake? Rake? To get Rake on
We
the pod.
can do better. Yeah, I don't know. I think
We're going to have to hope for one of their kids to be a craft nerd.
right.
Yeah.
Right. Maybe like 10 seasons of Craftopia later and a kid that loves crafts.
Fuck.
Yeah.
That's a lot of ifs.
It's a lot. It's a lot of things that we would need to achieve.
Okay. Who's second place?
I don't know. And this question, I feel like in interviews always comes through like, who's your favorite celebrity? And I'm
I
like,
don't care about celebrity. I mean, a couple.
no, but I don't know. I don't know. Like, I just like, don't like, I don't know. And maybe it's because like we're in this world kind of, but I just like, I don't like.
We're like the nerds on the outside that no one invited but have a seat regardless.
Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea. I genuinely, I'd have to think about it for a very long time.
Would you want to be a nerd with me sitting on the blanket watching the real players play while we're just sit there on the sidelines?
Yes, absolutely.
That's our spot.
That's our spot.
Power couple light.
Power couple.
PCL.
Yeah. Power PCL.
Yeah,
Love
or
that.
PCL.
Power
B
couple
team.
light. B team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's us.
Maybe even C team.
I think realistically, I think the Obamas, power couple.
I'd be too nervous. I would never want the Obamas on here.
Oh,
I'm way too vulgar to have the Obamas on here.
oh really?
Yeah.
Oh, I would get ready for that immediately. I'd stop whatever I was doing. I would just start working on like the material to figure out how we could like try and get something out of that in some positive way. You wouldn't accept that?
No, I would. I would just be really stressed out. And I'd have to I'd start prepping myself to not swear for a week in advance so I could start practicing.
My favorite thing to do is watch Lauren when we do anything live. Just sit there and just fucking throw one swear word out, and then she gets nervous and throws another one out, and then she gets another one out. It's like the moment she realizes she did something wrong. Fuck, shit, fuck. I hate Christmas. Like, what? What are you doing? Why? Yeah.
Oh my God.
I hate Christmas at Target. Like, you named a brand? Why? Like, my favorite thing. You just watch it melt.
Also, I just want to clarify that Christmas at Target is literally my favorite time of the year.
I know, that's why it's blasphemous.
That is blasphemous. That is the true definition of blasphemy.
How many X's did you put in blasphemous?
Blasphemous.
Oh God. Yeah, that's how I feel about it. That's all. So you wouldn't rise to that occasion?
I would.
Okay, good.
I would.
We would call Swoozy. We'd say, how the fuck did you do it?
Yeah.
And then we'd do it.
We do it.
Is there someone that you think is so on another level you wouldn't accept you would not allow them to be interviewed because you wouldn't be able to do it?
Yeah, 100%. Basically 92% of all of Hollywood. What do you mean?
Really?
No, I don't know. I don't know. I just I when people are talking about celebrities and stuff and mainstream media, I just don't keep tabs on that stuff. I don't know who anyone is.
Right. So why are you afraid of it?
What?
Why are you afraid of it then?
I'm not afraid of it. I'm just I don't even know who these people are. So no, that's just my default answer. Oh, fuck no. I'd have Beyonce on. Are you kidding?
Beyonce and Jay-Z.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so if you're comfortable with the Obamas, if you would, are you comfortable with Beyonce and Jay-Z?
It's just the unknown. I just don't know who this pool of people are that you're talking about. So I'm nah.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
I understand.
Yeah.
Okay, this is going to divide the audience, I think, or maybe not. I think it should. Lauren last night.
Oh, I can't believe we didn't start with this.
Lauren,
oh my God. In typical Wow Till 9 fashion, we're getting to the good stuff near the end.
Yeah, we don't get started till the end.
I know.
Lauren made mention of a thing that I guess used to happen more often than it does now.
Yes.
But it's happened multiple times.
Yeah.
And to the point where she thinks it's just normal. How many of you can relate to when you're asleep, in bed, sleeping in your bed, the bed you're always in, the one that you live in, falling out of it, just in the middle of the night, just sleeping and then just falling out of bed. And then for the people that didn't say, yeah, I thrashed so hard that I fall out of bed, I want you to imagine what it would be like sleeping with a person who has a history of falling out of bed.
You make it sound like I fall out of bed once a week. I've probably, so if I've lived in this house for almost 5 years now, I've probably fallen out of the bed once.
Okay. And the previous beds?
Previous beds, this one's pretty high, so I feel like it doesn't really happen. It's also the biggest one that I've ever had. I don't know, maybe once every couple of years, especially when I'm in a bed that's not my own bed. You know what I mean? If I'm at a hotel or something. It's just
you fall out of hotel beds. Your body at some point in time just hits eject and says, I don't want to be here anymore.
It's like I roll over to just readjust and then I just roll out.
And so you just wake up on the side of the bed.
On the on the floor?
Right.
No. You always wake up in the moment of especially when you're.
You told me last night you fell right the fuck out of bed.
Oh, I've absolutely fallen straight to the ground.
All right.
Yeah, I'm not saying that didn't happen. That's absolutely happened.
Okay. And do you feel and I know there's gonna be people that'll come to your aid for sure. And say, oh, I fall out of bed too. But just saying it out loud, do you feel you fall out of the bed maybe a little bit more than the average person?
No.
Okay.
No.
So I'm the weird one.
Yes.
Okay.
I cannot wait to see the comments of people who fall out of beds. And this is not a thing that happens every week. It's not like a majorly occurring event. It's have you fallen out of a bed? And most people I think would be yeah, I've fallen out of a bed.
Yeah, I've fallen out of bed too, just not sleeping.
So then what do you mean?
I don't remember a time where I just woke up on the ground next to my bed after I fell.
I've woken up on the ground, but you always wake up when you're slipping off or when you're half off.
Why are you half off all these beds?
Because I'm slipping off, because I'm rolling off.
Well, listen, I need everyone, if you see or hear this, I need you to speak your truth.
No. This is not something that is optional to comment about.
Yeah.
Jeremy and I literally last night were laying in bed being what? And Jeremy was what? And I was what do you mean?
Makes no sense to me.
I can't believe you've never slipped out of bed. And you know that feeling when you're about to fall asleep and you feel you fall?
Oh, of course.
That just happens.
You actually fall.
You actually fall. Like you just roll over and you just like kind of slip. It's not an eject. Like I'm not like catapulting out of the bed. It's just
sometimes
like
on my side of the bed, it feels like you're ejecting.
It's just like a small slow motion roll and slip and roll.
Okay. I'm prepared to be wrong.
I cannot wait to see the comments because I'm genuinely now so curious.
Yeah, I understand how it could happen. That has never been something that I've feared because it has not crossed my path.
Maybe because you're large and heavy, you don't slip out as easy. You're 6'4". Do you want to be called dainty and nimble?
I don't know. Try it. Was it running back?
I don't know. Maybe because like you're really like
twig-like. Twig-like. Okay. All right. Well. Anyway, I think you forget that I've been your size before.
You're fucking 8 years old, like
5'5". I don't know how old I was, but it's funny to think that I was like a 10-year-old
at some point.
Yeah, at your height.
No, but in grade 5, like you would have been for sure over 5 feet.
Like 5'2". Yeah. Are we keeping you up? Okay.
It's been a long day.
I get it.
So
I get it.
I filmed 4 TikToks today, a YouTube video, and now a podcast.
And now you're going to show me a bunch of TikToks.
Oh yeah, I have so many good ones. Did we already talk about this? About how, because you don't watch the TikToks I send you throughout the day, now I just like them and I heart them. And then at the end of the day, we watch them together.
Remy and I covered it last week.
Oh, right. That's right. Yeah. I was like, this sounds really familiar, but I feel like, Tilly's now. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
It's fine.
Yeah. Because the best one that I have a really cute one of a bear eating a watermelon that
I cannot wait.
Yeah, it's gonna
to
be
watch
really
the bear
great.
eating the watermelon.
A+ content.
Yeah.
A+ content.
Do we have anything fun in store in upcoming weeks?
Well,
that wasn't convincing.
We
have a podcast and we're gonna do the podcast.
No, what I was gonna do a little shameless self promo because as of today, I just got the launch dates for season 2 of Craftopia.
Wait, we're talking about the podcast here.
Yeah, but this is so exciting.
I'm gonna invoice you for an advertisement if you talk about Craftopia right now. Okay, so Lauren just maybe I might have just killed an embargo or 7.
Or 7.
We're going to try that one more time. Craftopia is coming out.
Craftopia season 2 is coming out this fall.
I wouldn't even say that.
No, I can say that. I've been saying that everywhere.
Craftopia season 2 is coming out this fall on HBO Max.
I'm so excited, HBO Max. And like so Crave in Canada picked it up for season 1, and I'm like, do I start tweeting them incessantly to be like, hey, you go and buy season 2?
How about you promote the podcast?
What?
How about you promote the podcast
right now?
Well, just before you start, hey, Crave, can you show me Sean in Canada?
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. I want VPNs are confusing for people, and I just want my Canadians to be able to watch Craftopia.
And we don't have anybody's telling us that we need to be talking about their VPN right now.
Yeah, exactly. So we got no VPN ads. So
0 VPNs.
No provider that we need to plug right now. But yeah, no, I'm so fucking excited. It's been almost a year since we shot the season, and it went by so fast, and I'm so excited. And this episode of this season is so much better, and you're going to die. I'm going to die. I'm so excited.
And like, if you want to follow Remy and I's new podcast, you can head over to
at Jeremy.
What if I had it all lined up? It was all like with trademarks were applied for. Everything was moving.
I would be a combination of very sad because I feel like I was being cheated on, which we did title last week's podcast as. But I would also be excited for the content.
No, you'd be excited to hear about what your cut would be.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Uh-huh. Yes. I get it.
Yes.
I get it. I'm excited for some of the potential guests we have lined up.
Yeah. Well, I'm in some DMs. I'm in some emails right now, and
the amount of cold reach out on LinkedIn from people in publicity and comms that are like hitting me for people to be guests on our podcast really going up the last couple of weeks.
Anyone good?
It seems rude to say no. So, yes. We're in talks. We're in talks.
Yeah.
We'll find out. The problem is I think sometimes people don't realize that our podcast is not a
interview.
It's like fintech, crypto, business, fucking like B2B. Like I think they just assume that he has a podcast. I'm sure it's about business.
Yeah. It's not about
business.
We did say, what did you call it again? The balance sheet, the
EBITDA?
The EBITDA.
Yeah.
We did talk about the
But
e-beta.
usually we're talking about how you have used like a handful of condoms in your entire life. And
Or that I'm getting a squishmallow for my birthday.
right. Those two things.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's not really for them.
No.
Yeah.
I
But
don't think that's quite.
It would kind of be funny if we had somebody on who was not prepared for those conversations. And like we see if they actually, yeah, show up here, come on over, whatever. Like if it wasn't rude for an individual and it would make like the person who's like not booking it, of course, is the one that's like fucking up, not that person. If it wouldn't be wildly rude to that individual, I would
Right.
for sure fucking go down that rabbit hole.
Yes.
But I would really only be punishing someone who is just trying to probably like
promote their new
their
ebook.
business. Yeah. Their ebook. Exactly.
Their ebook.
Yeah.
And then we would potentially have a really, really bad podcast episode.
And we'd look like assholes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe we
Because
will
we would be assholes.
revisit that.
No, we're
and-
just not going to do it.
Well, we workshop. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So maybe for the future.
We've got some fire guests coming in. Hopefully there's going to be someone that replaces me half the time. It'll be fantastic.
So for one episode, we'll do Asian Girl Squad.
Yeah. And so what if I'm not available to do the tech? Like, what are you guys going to do?
Not record the podcast.
Got it. Okay. So my attendance is still mandatory.
Yeah.
What the? Okay.
Okay. So we do record about 6 steps from where you eat, sleep, and poop. So I
Okay. I don't know why the last one had to be on there.
eat, sleep, and poop.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Eat, sleep, and pray, babe.
eat, sleep, and pray.
Yeah.
Eat, pray, and love.
Eat, pray, love. I'm excited for Malibu this weekend.
Oh yeah, we're going to Malibu.
Malibu.
For
your
my
old birthday?
Yeah. I'm excited to. I did nothing with my family for a week up at the cottage, and now I'm excited to do nothing with you for a couple days.
I too am excited to do nothing with me. Good night, love you.
That is so nice. Goodbye.
Is that the ending?
That's the end.
Bye, guys. See you next week.
Do 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 do.